Hey everyone, it's Concat. Welcome back to another video on the channel. So today we are actually going back to one of my original, I guess we can call it, Sunset Valley renovation builds. So I built this a long time ago over on stream, but since I've been on my Sunset Valley renovation roll again, I've been going through all of my older builds that I did a very long time ago and just kind of seeing where I can improve them. This one in particular, I just really wanted to switch up the inside. I felt like it could be a lot cuter. I didn't really like the decor that I went with the first time. So that is what we are going to be working on today. And I know what you guys may be thinking, girl, is this a garage? Yes, the heck it is, girl. It's a dang garage. So the story with this garage is pretty much that, the sim that lives in the main house or whatever, it was like, I don't really use my garage and I could use a couple extra simoleons. So why not renovate it, turn it into like a little apartment and rent it out to, some young sims out there who want to get a start in life or whatever. So that is exactly what, she did or he did, whatever, the owner of the damn house did. So yes, this is a starter home in my Sunset Valley renovation world, a garage. I don't know. I thought it was cool, especially because I don't know how many of you guys have seen my other video where I kind of did a little overview of my progress so far. But anyways, in one of those, I built a community college, quote unquote. So it's not actually a community college, but it's pretty much a library. The lot is a library, but I just kind of disguised it as a community college because, again, 30 years into the future, progress, yes, education, yes, mayor, yes, okay, so you know what I mean? So it kind of makes sense to have like a little garage apartment rent type of thing going on for any college students who, just kind of want to get out of their parents' house. Maybe, it's a young couple that lives here who just want to get their life started together. So yes, this is a starter home. It is within the starter home budget. If you have one sim, it's still in budget for them as well. So yeah, I just thought the idea was really cute and I absolutely loved how it turned out this time around. Again, I just wanted to redo the floor plan, redo the furnishings. So I guess a couple of details of this build. So it does have a full bathroom and I was even able to fit a full-size bathtub in here and it's still within the budget. So that's really nice for, the Sims who like to take little bubble baths or whatever. It does have a loft, as you guys can see up here. It's super duper cute. I love it. It's not too big, not too small. So I feel like it's kind of realistic in that sense. As you guys can see, the kitchen is very tiny, but again, I feel like it's very realistic for this type of build. And when I did this the first time around, the living room was actually really tiny and the kitchen was huge. So this was one of the things that I wanted to switch around. Going into more details, we do have a washer as well, just not a dryer, but I did include a clothing line outside so that your Sims can go dry their clothes out there. Speaking of drying your clothes outside, so there is a fenced in area for your sim. I actually had to fence it in just so that, the budget wouldn't include everything else that's on the property, but I think it kind of works. Plus, I also ended up adding a dog bowl to this build somewhere in the corner, so it kind of makes sense for it to be fenced in. That way your sim can have a dog if they want to have one. So even though the space is pretty small, pretty tiny, I feel like it has everything that your Sims need. I mean, there's laundry, kitchen, eating, watching TV, entertainment, sleeping, lounging, whatever. I feel like it works and I really love how this turned out. So I'm excited for you guys to see, how it looks in the end. Oh, and also another thing, as you guys see, there is a huge freaking garage door. By the way, that works. That freaking works. Even with the couch in front of it like that, it freaking works. And it's so cute because like if your sim, wants to have a little bit of breeze one day, they can just open it up and let the breeze in, girl. It's very cute. I'll show you a clip at the end, so make sure you stay tuned for that. As far as the aesthetic of how I furnished this little garage apartment situation, I kind of went with like a new and old type of vibe. So basically, again, I feel like the Sims who would live here are students or just, a lone student going to college, kind of roughing it out a little bit. They make money, but they make enough just to pay their rent pretty much, right? So what do they do on their free time, girl? They go freaking thrifting and get a good deal. So that's why I kind of mixed in the new, the old. I feel like maybe their parents gave them some of the furniture that they have, and then maybe the rest they went out and thrifted it. I think it looks good though. It's definitely a mix, but it works. I feel like it turned out so much better than what I had the first time around. So again, stay tuned for all the pictures and stuff like that, because you guys, it turned out so nice. I really do love it. And again, it's within budget. So again, this is a starter house for your sim, which is so cute. I love it. I love the idea of like, you know, a cute little college sim living here and renting it out. You know, the main house is over on the side. I don't know. It's very realistic, and I love that. I love how this build turned out. I know some people hate it when, you know, people use this like very crappy sink or like the crappy stove or fridge or whatever. But again, we're roughing it out here. You know, this is not a luxury place to live. It's a comfy place to live. So I did use a lot of cheap stuff in this build, not gonna lie. But again, I was able to fit in like this very nice tub, like I said earlier. Okay, like that is nice. That is stunning. Imagine coming home, your sim is stressed after school and after work. They just need to take a nice little bubble bath, girl, and then they're cured. So love that I was able to fit in a bathtub within the budget and also within the space. On the topic of budget, I actually had to come back into the build once I was done with it and change a couple of things around, one of them being that mirror in the bathroom, because I had gone over budget a little bit. Again, this is a starter home, so I had to do some changes, get some cheaper things. Also, that plant that is hanging in the living room, not the bathroom, the living room one, that is floating. I realized this afterwards. There is no floor above it. Same thing with the light that I end up putting in the living room. You'll see that towards the end of the video though, but that is also floating. So it's up to you if you want to remove it or not. If you guys want to download this build, it will be in the description box down below for you to download. But yeah, so you know, it has its flaws. It definitely does, but that's okay. On a different topic though, it took me like years to realize that that little box that I just placed down right there, that is a box of ramen. So I had to include it in here. I definitely had to. So over here where we're at right now is actually like, you know, a little mini foyer, whatever you want to call it. I never know how to say it. Anyways, I was like, you know what? What's more college student than freaking ramen, girl? So I had to throw it in here. You know, Amazon just delivered the package. It is what it is. And this is where the sim plopped it down. We also have like the little dog leash thing here, which I thought was cute. This is kind of like the space where, you know, your sim would throw their keys, you know, after a long day. But yeah, so I did include that little ramen box thing. If you guys didn't know what that was, it's a ramen box thing. It took me forever to realize it. So there you go. If you didn't know that, now you do. So we're still working on this main entrance area. I put down a little rug. I honestly think it turned out really cute. Originally, I was just supposed to block this little extra, what do you call it, block cube right next to the stair. But I was like, you know what? I might as well put a little table here and make it like a little entrance. And I think it turned out really, really cute. So here is actually, ooh, just hit you. Anyways, so here is actually the dog bowl area that I was talking about. I do end up putting a little toys here. It's so cute. This place is definitely fit for like, you know, maybe a sim or two and their dog. So that pretty much concludes the downstairs. Oh my gosh, concludes. Girl, I'm fancy today. But anyways, yes, that is it for the downstairs. Now we are working on the loft area. So this is a loft, so it is, you know, open or whatever. You can see downstairs. You can see the dang floating plant now. Clear. There she is. Anyways, I am building a closet over here. So I kind of did waste like 2 little blocks. Why am I thinking of Minecraft? I can't think of it. Tiles. I did waste 2 tiles up here. Unfortunately, but I think it turned out nice. So if you guys want to, you know, rearrange this and get your sim some extra space, be my guest and delete this little closet area. But I think it looks really cute. And, you know, I added some curtains or whatever. And then you'll see in just a second, I ended up adding 2 of the little shoe racks down below the clothing rack. And it looks really cute. It looks like an actual closet. I ended up adding a light in there. Very cute. Love how it turned out. I feel like a lot of times people who are looking for apartments to rent and stuff like that, because I do like watching those vlogs over on YouTube. It's one of my favorite things to watch, especially in New York, even though I would never live there because it's too damn expensive. And also it's just very crowded. But anyways, one of my favorite videos to watch is people house hunting or I guess not house hunting, apartment hunting or whatever. And a lot of people like to look for closet space. space to store stuff. So I feel like the closet up here makes sense. But again, feel free to delete it if you rather have your Sims, you know, get a little bit more space up here. So I did end up going with the cheapest bed in The Sims 3 for this loft. Listen, hot take. This is actually my favorite bed in the entire game, and it sucks that it's very crappy for your Sims to sleep on. I really like it. I like the metal detail. I actually used to have a bed like this in real life, so I don't know. I think it looks elegant. I think it shouldn't be as bad as it is for your Sims to sleep on. But anyways, I went for it for the aesthetic, okay? Listen, it fits in. It looks vintage. It looks like it was either thrifted or, you know, passed down through generations, whatever. So anyways, ended up using that bed, and that is base game, like I said. As far as what expansion packs I used for this renovation or whatever you want to call it, refurnish, I don't know, girl. As far as what I used every single Sims 3 expansion pack except for Into the Future, because I am saving that for whenever we do a Legacy challenge. So yes, every single expansion pack except for that one. And as far as store content goes, I only used one item that is store content, and that is the Palm Light from the Sims 3 store. It is my favorite light of all time. Again, I said I would limit the store content in my Sunset Valley renovation world. I would only use like 3 items max from the store, and that is one of the 3 items that I will be using, along with the string lights that you guys saw over at the Goth Manor makeover to a Nectary. But yeah, so here I am just finishing off the exterior of this refurnish, rebuild, whatever you want to call it. And with that all done, that is pretty much the end of this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this build. Do you think it was a good idea? Here I am showing that the garage works, girl. Also, let me know you guys like this video by hitting the thumbs up for me. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do, and I'll see you in the next one.